If I were Joel Embiid, knowing the fact that James Harden is your teammate and you're going to have to trust him after the month of April, I'd run like hell. This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson, the show with the hottest of hot takes and the coldest of cold hard facts. Facts, that is.
That song right there has to be our opening.
Oh, you like it that much?
I love it.
The moment I heard the song, I was like, yeah.
That's the, you must send me that.
Okay.
And I will put an audio opening together and then let you do your visual magic.
Okay.
Got to have it.
All right.
Now, we'll close with this. I know I have Matt Ryan and the reaction thereof on the docket. Gonna save that till Friday. Oh, I'm looking for my pup and she's right behind me. Tomorrow, Patrick Voss will join me to talk baseball. Zion Williamson. Goodbye. Because we're not going to see him ever again. He's ruled out for the remainder of this year. He's overweight, he's overhyped, and he's over and done. Box office dude, since when, Stephen A?
The guy's box office.
Since when? Since when?
Well, you know, he had to.
Because he was cooked when he blew out of his shoe.
But you got to remember, he has to toe the company line. I mean, he's the highest paid employee of ESPN. And you know, when he stepped on the campus of Duke, you know, they were trying to televise his stuff. Like
they were televising this stuff in high school. Well, they were going the LeBron James route again.
Yeah, they were going on the LeBron James route. They started a little later with him, but they didn't do the full. They didn't do the full court press on him in terms of watching every single game he was playing until he got to Duke. And it's like, we don't give a crap if they're playing the Citadel.
Thank you. Thank you, and thank you, because I already had made my judgment about Zion Williamson. He's overweight. And he can't get up and down the floor. I saw that in high school when he was in South Carolina.
And unfortunately, with the injury that he has, your prescription would be right on the money. You would have to do it with less weight on him.
Mm-hmm. If you want to be that much if you want to be that much, and if you want to be that dominant, Zion, you have too much weight on your frame. Gilbert Arenas offered this opinion, and I intend to agree. If he sheds now at least 60 pounds and actually develops a jump shot, he'd be dangerous. A lefty with a jump shot. Sam Perkins come to mind. Chris Mullin come to mind. Derek Fisher come to mind. A lefty with a jump shot. Nobody will be able to guard that. Nobody. But Zion Williamson doesn't care about his health. Zion Williamson doesn't care about his game. Zion Williamson doesn't care about where he's playing. Oops. The floor is yours.
Okay. What I didn't really like about this route that Zion Williamson was being put on media-wise was simple and plain. This was the guy who was supposed to supplant LeBron James as the box office draw in the NBA. And like I just said earlier, they went that route because they wanted to televise every single Duke game that he was playing on. And
Mhm.
and you looked at this talent and you're like, okay, well, yeah, he does the wonderful Instagram shots of dunks. So he knows how to dunk, and you saw these clips of him dunking over people, and he was a man amongst boys in high school, in the South Carolina high school he played at. And it was great to see. The thought process I had still then was, okay, he can dunk. That's great.
Mhm.
He seems to have a pretty good motor. That's great too.
Mhm.
What else can he do? And I was happy when he went to Duke, because I was thinking, okay, well, if he actually is willing to learn, that's a good coach to teach him some things in college to
One of the
learn.
greatest.
Yeah.
One of the greatest.
So I was like, okay, there might be some hope here. And of course, he still did this dunk thing, and then he tried his shot at shooting, and you saw the mechanics was not quite there. I was like, okay,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
so he shoots a line drive shot, similar to, like you said, similar to like a Sam Perkins, but the difference was Perkins was a deadly shooter from distance.
Yep.
Zion is, and I do mean is, streaky. Now he's
Mm-hmm.
fixed some of those in his mechanics, as I've seen his shot have a little more of an arc, but it still is streaky, and he still is unreliable from distance.
Yep.
And so what I was seeing was a guy who wants to be a wing, but has the body size of a big. And if you're going to have the body size of a big, you got to have the fundamentals of a big,
Which he doesn't.
and that's something he does not own. He does not have that. He cannot be a Charles Barkley of 2021, 2, 3, 4 with the skill set that he has or lack thereof. So then that leads him to be an athletic wing. And you can't be an athletic wing carrying almost 300 pounds on you in basketball, because you got to come up and down the floor. You're putting too much pressure on your feet. And you're
And
going to have
knees.
and knees, and you're going to have the issues that he's had with both,
Mm-hmm.
to where
And so many setbacks on his road to recovery. So many setbacks.
to the point where he now has missed a full year. Well, now he will miss a full year.
Mm-hmm.
And the possibility of him missing much, if not all, of the following year is possible. I really believe it is possible he'll miss part of next year too. At worst, at best, he will miss part of next year.
You know, I said this in October, and yesterday's report of him missing the remainder of the season confirmed it. I said he'd miss the entire year in October. And I'm going to say it now, here in March. He will not see the floor next year. Unless two things happen. He finally gets his weight under control, and he gets the hell out of New Orleans.
Check it.
Now, I'm going to get yelled out for that, but I don't care.
The second one, I don't think you can get yelled at on, because although
You
it
gotta
would
get that. You gotta get that. Zion, listen to me. I want you to rescue your basketball career and become a player better than LBJ, because you actually have fundamentals as a sound part of it. Now you have to develop those fundamentals, but you got to get the hell out of New Orleans. It's just not working.
I don't think you're going to catch flack for that second one, because although it would do the NBA a big, huge service if he were to become a star in New Orleans and they actually become a team that can contend,
Mm-hmm.
the program is not right for him. The
No.
organization is not right for him. The team isn't right for him. And he needs to go to where it is much more conducive to the burgeoning, and I'm glad you actually said it how you said it, the burgeoning skill sets that he has, the burgeoning fundamentals that he has been taught and that he does use.
Now I will lay an organization on you that will help him get there. The Chicago Bulls.
That would be a perfect fit for him for this reason. if anyone there can get to his head, okay, make up your mind. You want to be an athletic wing, go up and down the floor? You want to be like a James Worthy type? Or do you want to be a Charles Barkley type? Make up your mind, and we would teach you accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And
but that's a decision he needs to make, and he needs to make it quick.
And that is what I would hope a Bulls front office person or a Bulls coach would tell him. The decision is yours, but you don't have much time to make it because we have a good team already here. You can add another piece to this puzzle, but you have to make a decision as to what type of piece you're going to add to this puzzle.
Correct. Because you can't do both. Not in the shape that you're in.
No.
You can't do both.
No, yes.
There's no way. There's just no way. There's just no way.
He has to be an athletic big and slim down a lot, or he has to bulk up a bit, and he'll slim down a little, but he'll have to bulk up a bit and play a 6'7" power forward.
And the other thing you have to work on is your endurance. The player I compared him to is Hasheem Thabeet out of Connecticut.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wonderful defensive talent, but the motor was absolutely minuscule.
Ooh. I love 380 pounds. Oh my gosh.
Gilchrist
without defense. He says, nope, throw the whole thing away.
Oh my gosh.
You know what? There's a huge part of me that agrees. There's a huge part of me that agrees with that entire statement. Without defense, because there's no defense in Zion Williamson. None.
And that makes him a liability in the NBA right now. The fact that if you can't
play defense, if defense is not even an option for you, then you're a liability immediately.
And here's the funny part, though. At Duke, some of the Sports Center highlights that you saw was of him. Whenever someone would take a shot, he'd swat a shot to the fifth row.
Yeah, problem is you can't keep it in play.
That's one. And two, going to your endurance thing. Defenders in the NBA.
Where is he on the other side of the floor?
Yeah. Defenders need to have an abundance of endurance because it takes a lot of effort. It takes more effort to be on the defensive end than it does to be on the offensive end.
It does. It does. How many times have we seen Michael swat a shot, keep it in play, then fly down the floor and wind up getting the payoff?
Oh, we saw that in the playoffs.
I mean, how many times have we seen Kareem Abdul-Jabbar swat a shot, keep it in play, fly down the floor, get an easy skyhook or an easy jam?
And the master of that was
you know what? And I agree with Remy. Throw the whole thing away.
I think that's what I think in our own way, but we didn't put it in the way you put it, Remy. I think that's what we're saying. I think it's something we have to throw away, and he has to commit to being something new. But what that something new is, he has to make up his mind in a quick,
which way?
Fashion.
Yeah, he needs to do it before the summer because there's a lot of work that needs to be put in.
Because, like you said, he wants to do it all. He wants to have the post game and show that he could do that. He wants to have the outside game where he can shoot threes, and he wants to run up and down the floor too. But he can't do it all. At least not now.
I don't think he'll ever do it,
and not
because there's no commitment from him.
Yeah.
Oh, did I say a bad word? I'll say it again. There's no commitment from him.
You said a C word.
Damn right. I said commitment. Damn right. I said commitment.
How dare you say today's athlete? That's not right.
Oh, it's not right. Then you're going to hate the next word I'm going to throw out there. Effort.
Yep. That's exactly what's going to take.
That part-time player should answer that.
But that's exactly what Zion needs to do. He needs to put a lot of commitment into being a good, if not elite, basketball player, and he needs to put in the effort.
Yeah, he's got to get to the good level first.
Yeah. And then he has to put in the effort to matter to actually be on a team where he earns his spot and slot and he can contribute in the
I
ways
love
that we
this.
saw him in high school and even the glimpses we saw in Duke.
That's what MKG needed to do too. Some people never learn; they don't care to. And
Right.
Zion is in that group. He doesn't care to. Kyrie Irving is in that group. He doesn't care to.
What dis-
James Harden is in that group. He doesn't care to. I'm not even going to go there with LeBron, at least not until tomorrow.
Now I could
He
give a
does.
crap.
He never cared. He never cared to.
Now I could give a crap about the rest of them. What disappoints me about Zion is that he's young. I mean, he's what, 21? So 21, 22. I mean, he still has the opportunity to actually carve himself out to, I don't want to say a salvageable NBA career, but
No,
a good
no.
one,
Say it. Say it.
but
Just say it.
an all-star NBA career, like you said, the two words, and those are the two beautiful words that he needs to have more of: commitment and effort.
Commitment
In order
and
for
effort.
that to happen.
He needs to give a damn.
Mhm.
He needs to absolutely give a damn.
Which
And right now, from what I'm seeing, he doesn't.
So I'll add this word: commitment, effort, and then passion. Do we see he has any of that to be a player? I don't think so. So
hey, y'all, salute to commitment, effort, and passion for everyone that has that. Salute.
definitely. And so that is where my conundrum with Zion Williamson is, because I don't want to put the Greg Oden 2.0 label on him, but he is fast.
Well, you did yesterday
that.
on the phone.
That's what I'm saying, but he's fast. But he's fast becoming.
Yeah, I mean,
he's fast becoming.
I was gonna say I hate to say my next statement, but no, I'm not gonna hate to say my next statement until I'm proven differently. It's 4 simple words: Zion Williamson is done.
And that's the reason why I say Greg Oden 2.0, because by the signs of it, that's exactly what it looks like. It looks like we have seen, and I don't want to say this, and I don't want to see this, but we may have seen Zion Williamson as a basketball player.
And his ceiling is not that much further from the floor, because his whole career, I believe, went down the drain the night against North Carolina at Cameron Indoor Stadium when his foot blew out of his shoe.
Yeah. You're right. You hasn't been the same since then.
It has not been the same since then. And it won't be until he puts the commitment and effort together beyond the contract, what's the word I'm looking for? Endorsement contracts. Beyond that, because you're not going to get any more unless you're on the floor. And you brought something to me in a phone conversation yesterday that is so true. We'll close with this point. Zion Williamson has had one play, where he made an impact. You know what that play was? In a summer league game where he ripped the ball away, went in for a slam, and he immediately got yanked.
Yep.
And I'll give that. You know what, Remy? You are so right. Embiid slimmed down, got quicker, got better, instead of settling on being Kevin Duckworth. But Kevin Duckworth was a bad motherfucker playing. Okay?
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
Kevin Duckworth was fun to watch, especially on that Portland Trailblazer team.
But to your broader point, Remy, yeah.
He's right, but he's right, though.
Yeah. People considered Duckworth, although he was skilled, they considered him to be a one-trick pony type of thing. Mm-hmm. Whereas, Embiid, he has a little more athleticism to him.
Yeah,
and thankfully he has started to not try to shoot as many threes as he's done in recent.
But see, this is where the conundrum with James Harden comes in.
Yeah.
And you already know the conundrum. I don't have to repeat it.
Yep.
Does the name Clint Capella mean anything to you?
Mm-hmm.
What did James Harden do to Clint Capella? Took him right out of the post.
Yeah, and rendered his game moot, and rendered his basketball skills moot, because this guy, this is what sucked about Capella as a Rocket. big guy, and he was good on the defensive end, but on the offensive end, his number was never called. Why? Because he didn't have the fundamentals. And James Harden
didn't have fundamentals, right?
Yeah,
and wasn't allowed to develop his fundamentals.
Yeah, wasn't allowed to develop fundamentals. And James Harden would dominate the ball. And the only way Capella could score was if Harden decided to make up his mind to penetrate, and Capella would cut to the hole,
or on a putback,
or
on a putback.
As a putback.
The latter part of Capella's career with the Rockets, all his points came on putbacks.
Mm-hmm. So don't be surprised to see more of that from Embiid. But
mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with you, Remy. If Williamson can be more like Embiid in getting healthier and getting slimmer, his chances of being an NBA player will be better.
But again, what does that take? What are the two words we talked about?
Yeah, it takes commitment, it takes effort, and it takes passion. It takes
passion.
It takes all those things. Unfortunately, all of those three things I've seen spurts of, not a whole lot of in Zion.
No consistency with Zion. None whatsoever. And after that dunk in the Summer League game.
Yeah. Summer League is rookie season. Yeah.
Summer League is rookie season. They yanked him. Hasn't seen the floor consistently since.
I think it was like the very next minute after that rip and dunk.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was not that long after he performed that play.
Within the next minute, they yanked him.
Mm-hmm. And sat on for the rest of the summer. And sat on the rest of the Summer League.
And I'm gonna lead you into this week by saying, Zion, we're gonna have to put a pause on this.
Oh well, hey, I guess that's what I'm going to be talking about Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
While the Pelicans had to put a pause on Zion Williamson's career thus far, and it's unfortunate, but that's exactly what we're seeing.
Yep. It's exactly what we're seeing. It's exactly what we're gonna see. Well, we're gonna get out of here. I had plans of doing a subject on Matt Ryan. I think I'm gonna save that for later in the week. Do me a favor, folks, and join our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/SIT morning. For as low as $10 a month, you could become a member, see some behind-the-scenes footage, which I am beginning to shoot a lot more of, especially going to and from the hospital when we get everything prepared. We're also presented by Michael Scott Insurance. Give them a call today to 810-985-3211. And we're just gonna go ahead and beat it and get ready for tomorrow. And yes, y'all already know I'm going to kick off the show tomorrow. So for Cole Johnson, for everybody that was in the channel commenting, have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you,
then they are not big enough.
Pay attention, haters. Dream big, do bigger. We're out of here. See you tomorrow.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Mister, will you please wake up?
Grant for that jump shot's off. Long rebound run down by Hodges, and here's the King. That's a three.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Hey, this promises to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait.
Are you kidding me? Do you believe it?
See ya.